Welcome back, legends.
Three, two, one, let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizard shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's a goddess shinobi, dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Wiper crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3 with Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down, stay tuned. Hey yo, DJ Spin, welcome to the show. This is Anime Legends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime Legends. Welcome back, Legends. I see you've survived one more week of this life. Hey, very exciting stuff we're talking about today. As you can see in the title, I am going to be reviewing the 100th episode of My Hero Academia. Which is really cool, and I'm surprised because nobody's really talking about it right now. But yeah, My Hero Academia just got to its 100th episode. So yeah, I'm super pumped. A few things we have to go through before that, though. I see we got 2 viewers in here already. That's awesome. Thank you so much. But a couple things I wanted to go through off the bat. I am doing a kind of preliminary experiment, and you can kind of help me out with this, which is that I'm going to be really focusing on my Discord. And my Discord is under the name AfroX AMA. You can ask me anything you want on there, but this preliminary experiment is that everyone who is in part of my Discord, you are going to get all of the edited videos a day early. That's right. I said you're going to get it a day early if you are part of my Discord. And you can find a link to the Discord down in the description. But yeah, come check it out. Videos a day early. And yeah, if we could really get a good community going there, people talking and stuff like that, I would absolutely love it. Hey, Tricks the Anime Hater is here. He says, sup to you, my friend. That's right. Hey, so check this out. Wearing my Hero Academia shirt while we are talking about the 100th episode. It's great anime merch. It's I love it. But yeah. Of course, I have other social media besides Discord. You can also find me on Facebook. I have a actual AfroX Facebook page. And then I have a Twitter under at the real AfroX. I got back on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm AfroX on there. I didn't know if I should make a Snapchat. I'll really ask you guys if that's a good idea. But yeah. Also, a lot of people have been telling me to make a TikTok, and I think it's a good idea. I just don't know what kind of content I would make on there. Everything's supposed to be like 10 seconds or less if you really want to get popular. But I don't want to do like I did with this channel and start the wrong way. I want to find out what the TikTok algorithm likes to eat and just feed it that stuff repeatedly. Because, you got to keep algorithms happy. Snapchat is a waste of time. Good to know. So, we'll not be making an AfroX Snapchat. But yeah. If anybody could give me ideas on what you would want to see on an AfroX TikTok, or whatever, that would be great. Because honestly, I need content ideas. But yeah. Okay. Looks like we're about 6 minutes in. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to suspend the suspense a little bit more. And I am going to ask you guys, what manga/anime did you watch this week? I would like to know. It interests me. Feed me the good information, and I will feed you the good anime information. That's what I do. It's a two-way street here. You give, or I give, you get. You give, I get, and we good. TikTok, skits for starters or quick parodies? I mean either. I just would like to know what to do for content that will make people latch on. I mean, honestly, if people already are telling me to make a TikTok, those people are probably going to be watching, which is good. It means I have a starting fan base. But yeah, I just would like to know what stuff to put on there. Also, both are a fine start. Okay. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did put up a new edited video today. I did it a little different. I didn't do a preview today just because I didn't really know if that was affecting the views on the live stream. So I put it up earlier at like 2 p.m. I think it's gotten like 4 views. I don't know what happened. My views just rock bottom plummeted this week. So hopefully the AMVs will bring it back up. I mean, I just need people to see them. If you could share them to your friends, that would be great. But yeah, AMVs are what I want to make. It's fun. It's what I like to make. And that is, I just hope that people can latch onto that, or I find the right community of people that want to watch that kind of content. Trick said, I read Black Clover and Witch Hat Atelier manga. That's really cool. So as for the manga and anime that I have read this week, so today I read chapter 1016 of One Piece. That was really entertaining. So pretty much what happens in chapter 1016 is it's kind of filler in between the bigger story. Not true filler, but like, hey, we need a chapter to go in between this plot point and this plot point. So pretty much at the end of chapter 1015, which I reported on last week, Yamato is about to fight against Kaido. And so in chapter 1016, we flash back to watching Nami and Usopp still with Otam, still running away from everybody. Otama is trying to talk through one of the transponder women, and then all of a sudden, Ulti shows up. It's the lady with like the dinosaur legs, and she has horns on her head and stuff. She pretty much looks like Pony from My Hero Academia. But anyways, yeah. She shows up, and she shouldn't have shown up. She should be dead because Big Mom used her Major cannon on her. And that was like Big Mom's biggest attack. That was Napoleon, Zeus, and I can't remember her new cloud's name. I think it's like Cupcake or something like that. But anyway, it was Napoleon. We'll call her Cupcake. It was Napoleon, Cupcake, and Prometheus combined attack all in one. So Ulti should have been dead. She's not. She shows up, and like everybody looks at her and they're like, "Dude, you're one shot. You're literally, I could breathe on you and you would die." So Nami finds out that somehow when Zeus was about to get eaten by you know what? I'm actually gonna find this. Big Mom new cloud name. Oh, right, Hera. That's right. Yeah, so Big Mom's new cloud's name is Hera, and so right before Zeus is about to get eaten by Hera, which funny Greek mythology reference. Thank you, Ichiro Oda. Apparently, somehow, Nami extended her Climateact, and his soul left the cloud that he was in and went into the Climateact. So now Zeus's soul is part of the Climateact. And so now Nami has an animated weapon, which she's immediately just like, I didn't sign up to have annoying talking weapon, which everybody who plays Dungeons and Dragons will understand. So anyway, she goes and she does the move that honestly Pirate Warriors 4 already predicted. She brings out Zeus. Zeus is like, you got to give me a new name, and she's like, Cotton, and he just totally ignores her, and he's like, I am Zeus, and just totally ignores the new name, and she strikes with the Thunderbolt tempo down on Ulti. Ulti dodges it, which means Ulti, even in weakened form, is confirmed faster than lightning. So that's something. She dodges it, and everybody's like, "Oh no!" And then Zeus just bends the lightning like Krillin style, and goes and shocks Ulti. He's like, "I'm gonna make sure this move hits." So that was really cool. Then Usopp does some stuff too. He shoots like a green star thing into Ulti. By the way, Usopp gets his head cracked again and slams into the floor. And honestly, like, Usopp's skull made of steel now. Like, seriously. That dude can take hits like Usopp a tank. You heard it here first, folks. Usopp a tank. But anyway, right after getting his head slammed, he gets back up. He shoots a green star, makes a big leafy thing come out of Ulti. Shoot some more stuff so they can get away. So that all happens. Then we move over to Yamato fighting Kaido, and Kaido's like, girl, like, daughter, you don't want to do this. You don't want to mess with this godliness. And Yamato's like, you ain't my daddy. I'm about to. I know I'm not gonna beat your ass. but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait till my boyfriend come beat your ass. She's talking about Luffy. Anyway, she's like, I know Luffy's coming back, and when he comes back, he gonna kick your ass, and then I'm gonna dip on the ship with him. I'm gonna dip on the ship. Honestly, I should do black descriptions of these chapters. Yeah, so it's confirmed now. That's what Oda's planning. Yamato is gonna join the Straw Hat Pirates. So it's really cool. From this arc, we get 2 new Straw Hat Pirates. We get Jinbei and we get Yamato. And honestly, Yamato Oda appealed to the fan base. And I both love and hate that he did that, because everybody wanted Yamato to be a Straw Hat Pirate. And he was just like, okay. Especially since Yamato is like, I'm Oden. And Ichiro's like, we need everyone who was on Roger's crew to be on Luffy's crew. So yeah. No biggie, girlfriend. Anyways, so that chapter 1016 pretty much ends with like her and Yamato and Kaido facing off. And actually, to be accurate, Yamato is physically a woman but identifies as a man. And so, to be kind to the LGBTQ community, I should be saying he when referencing him. Because, or I should be saying Yamato. But yeah, Yamato likes to be seen as a guy, goes by that pronoun, and really sees himself as Oden. But anyways, that's chapter 1016 for you. As for anime that I watched this week, of course I watched Hitman Reborn. In Hitman Reborn, it was kind of a filler, or no, it wasn't a filler thing. We find out what's happening with Chrome Dokuro, who is pretty much the body double for Mukuro Rokudo. Which those are really confusing names, but his name pretty much just means illusion dude. And so we find out that this guy named Gloxinia is trying to kill Chrome Dokuro. And so what it turns out is that Mukuro has possessed this dude's owl or whatever, and he's just like, no, you're not gonna hurt Chrome. Like, I know you gonna beat me because I'm in the owl and stuff right now, but I'm gonna let that girl get away. The one thing I still don't understand about Chrome Dokuro, which they don't keep consistent in the anime at all, is that it was shown in it was shown in her fight that her organs are literally an illusion. So if somebody stops believing she has organs, she would die. And that's like the easiest way to kill her. And I don't get why nobody does that. I don't know why that doesn't happen whenever somebody just blows away her illusions. But yeah, she's literally a dead girl with illusion organs. So I don't understand that. Anyways, that was Hitman Reborn. Then the second of the most recent episode of My Hero Academia, that was the one where they finished the fight in they finished the final fight in the class fights and stuff. There's some pretty epic moments there. Shinzo tries to pull Aizawa shit, be like, I'm Aizawa, and Deku like, nope, within 2 seconds, I've gone from not being able to control my power to fully being able to control my power. And then he's like, but this is too big a strain on my body, so I can't do it anymore. I feel like that episode was real plot armor right there, where they're just like, we're going to make him be able to manifest this like whenever the plot needs it. But yeah, that was it. And then obviously, Today, our main topic is we're talking about the most recent 100th episode of My Hero Academia. But right now, I've gone through all that, so let's take a look at the comments. Trick says, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I read One Piece. You read One Piece? Good. Everybody should be reading One Piece. It's good shtick. It's good comedy and action. But black descriptions would be great. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Coming up on the AfroX channel, black descriptions of anime." And Yamato only calls herself that because of her respect for him and to carry on his heroic life, not for identifying as a male. Okay, I thought I had heard something like her identifying as a male, but who knows? It is easier to call Yamato a her because she's physically a her. Anyways, if anybody else sees this and thinks it's rude or against LGBTQ, let me know. I'll start using the correct pronouns. I'm totally cool with that. So that was all the stuff I watched and read this past week. We are at the 21-minute mark, so I'm gonna head right forward into the meat and potatoes. My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is the story of a kid named Deku. His name is Izuku Midoriya. There's a bully at his school who calls him Deku because Deku means useless. If you've ever played Majora's Mask, you know that a Deku is useless. So anyways, this kid, he lives in a world where most people have superpowers. He was born without superpowers, which kind of makes him feel inferior. But he doesn't give up. He idolizes the main big superhero of the day, All Might. Really strong dude with really cool powers. He can punch so hard he can change the weather. But Izuku Midoriya is this big super fan of superheroes in general. And he is always writing down stuff, taking notes, stuff like that. Which is why Izuku is, on the sly, the Batman of My Hero Academia. He could know how to take out, like, every hero in the whole show. And he taken notes. He really taken notes. So anyway, he doesn't think he's worthy, and when he goes to save a classmate from a villain, All Might sees him, and, like, Midoriya goes to him and he's like, "I just want to be a hero. Like, can I be a hero even though I don't have a superpower?" And All Might's like, "Kid, yeah, you can be a hero without a superpower." And so this completely changes his life, and he starts going to UA High School, which is a high school for superheroes. And pretty much what happens is this All Might dude, his power is that he has a power called One for All. Yeah, One for All. And you can pass it down by absorbing the DNA of the person who has the quirk. So Midoriya has to eat some of All Might's hair. So pretty much how the quirk manifests is that you gain super strength, and you gain super strength. In Deku's case, he has kind of translated it more into super speed, which really goes to show that it's a very malleable quirk, and different people can use it in different ways. But anyway, he starts going to UA High School, and pretty much from there on, the show devolves into gain more power, gain more power, gain more power, villains in an unexpected place. Gain more power, gain more power, gain more power, villains in an unexpected place. Gain more power, and right now we're in the gain more power phase, which honestly means that I'm predicting there's gonna be a huge villain attack soon. Like, I'm just saying. So anyway, blah 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 blah. He fights against Shigaraki. All Might pretty much does that fight for him. Then and then he has to fight and then All For One attacks. All Might pretty much does that fight for him. And then there's a few fights in between. He has to fight Muscular. All Might does not do that fight for him, and Deku almost dies, but amazingly makes a totally unexpected comeback. And then he has to fight Chisaki, who's also known as Overhaul, and All Might doesn't do that fight for him either, and Deku really shines, but he only shines because he's literally got an infinite battery sitting on his back, Eri. And so he can punch, kick, he can batter his body all he wants, and he's not going to get hurt because Eri's over there being like, hey, I'm Recovery Girl times 1,000. Like Recovery Girl, and then like Recovery Girl here. Eri, like, there's no limit to how much better, to how much of an improvement her quirk over Recovery Girl is. But yeah, I can't really compare them because Eri's a little girl, Recovery Girl's an old lady, which is weird that the author would have done that. But anyways, so we get to season 5. Beginning of season 5 starts the more training in the class trials. All the heroes are showing off all that they've learned over the summer, all their new quirks. This is the fall. This is beginning of a new school year. I believe that Class A is third years now, either second or third years, excuse me. Wow. Anyways, so yes, they are, I believe they're either second or third years. Anyways, so they're showing off all their abilities. They're doing these fights and really honing stuff in. And like I said, this is a development stage. So, bam, we get to episode 98. Episode 98, Deku talks to the Vestiges, which are the people that have had All For One before. This is inside his mind, inside his psyche. And so he talks to them, and pretty much they tell him that he's the end of One For All. He's the person who's going to complete it, who's going to figure it all out. And episode 98, he unleashes what is called Black Whip, which reveals that whoever wields One For All can in turn wield all the powers of all the people that came before them. And it's suggested that this is kind of in part to One For All having been originally given to the brother of All For One. And he gave his brother One For All because he thought it was going to be a useless quirk, because it was a super strength quirk, and his brother was like really long, lanky, and stringy, and it just, he thought it wouldn't work out, and it worked out much better than he had predicted. Anyways, so then we get to episode 100. Here's our big topic for today. My Hero Academia, episode 100. The battles get done. And we start off by Deku congratulating Shinzo, saying, hey, you had your shit together right there. I did not. You knew what to do. Nice job, man. Shinzo's like, hey, thanks, dude, but I got to get a little better. I got to get on the up and up. And so then Aizawa's like, yeah, you both dog shit, and walks off, and he's like, do better. Do better. That's what I should call it whenever somebody says plus ultra. Do better. Anyways, so we go over to Bakugo, Deku, and All Might. They're training, and at first they frame it that it looks like Bakugo's on the rampage again. He's trying to fight Deku, trying to figure out his powers. And All Might's like, you're not supposed to be doing that. By the way, I have an amazing All Might impression. I love All Might. He's my favorite character in the whole series. So he's like, you're not supposed to be doing it like that. We're trying to make sure that that power doesn't come out again. And Bakugo's like, yeah, but I want him at his best. And Deku's like, oh, leave me alone, Kachan. And so it flashes back to them talking in the office about One for All. And Bakugo's like, One for All came from that dude, All for One. And in Deku, it's manifesting just like it is in All for One. And All Might's like, you know what? He's right. I didn't want to say it, but he's right. And we need to be really careful. And so everybody's kind of worried. And so flashes back to them doing the fighting in front of All Might. And Bakugo's like, you know what? If Bakugo pulls a Vegeta again, he's like, you know what? If you're not at full strength, I don't even want to fight you. I don't even want to do this. And he walks out. And so then it goes to everybody's kind of celebrating. All of the two classes are together in the Class 1A's dorm, and they're all talking and stuff. Shoto, or Todoroki, also known as Best Boy, he's just like, he's talking to Deku, and he's like, you know what? Me and you are the same. Because I'm just figuring out this firepower. Like, I'm finding out that this firepower got serious firepower. Firepower got firepower, man. Anyways, so he's just, and then it cuts to his dad getting a text from him saying, hey, I want to learn about Flash Fire. And that's the power his dad's like been trying to teach him for like so long. So his dad's super happy. He's like, fuck yeah. That's the one F word we get this whole time. Anyways, so Shoto's like, I gotta improve too. Then everybody's talking about, hey, or the next day everybody's talking about, hey, today's the last day, or no, it's that night. They're like, hey, today's the last night that Bakugo and Todoroki have to do their provisional license exam. And if they pass, then we'll all be freaking heroes. So it cuts to a cityscape, and all of a sudden a big torrent of water comes in, which I was like, oh, hey, it's a villain, like I predicted. And they frame it curiously. You can't really tell if it's a training thing or if this is a real villain coming in. It's kind of weird thing, but anyways, I should have guessed it was a training thing because Bakugo and Todoroki were the only ones that were fighting against these villains, and so these guys who are playing the villains are really good at playing villains because they're super convincing. And so this dude's riding in on like a wave of water. His quirk is he can shoot water, and so all of a sudden, bam, bam, all the water's ice thanks to Todoroki. And then Bakugo comes in. He's like boom, 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 boom. All the dudes, minor dudes, are cut out. So there's like a big fight there. They're all trying to steal purses, wallet, stuff like that. And Bakugo gets them all out of the way, unbeknownst to the viewer. And then Todoroki's like, okay, he literally says this is gonna get violent, and he does his whole arm thing that I'm sure they saw in the manga, but he does his power from Jump Force. The move is called Flash Freeze Heat Wave, and that is the same ability that he used against Deku in the sports festival, which honestly he should not have used that in the sports festival. That's the move that took the whole field and went slam, and that was a weird sound, and like pretty much made the entire field flip up and turn into like chopped bread slabs of concrete. Like this thing is like a nuke going off, and like I don't want to see what it gets to when it gets older. But anyway, he pretty much takes like all the firepower he has and just turns it into a giant laser and just boom blows these people away. Which honestly, if you can shoot a laser out of your hand, don't point it at other people. Don't try this at home, please. Thank you. So, anyways, he does that. Villain's defeated. A hero comes up, hugs both of them, says, thank you, you guys helped so much. Although there was one weird part, because there was like an actor lady, I think, unless they put real people in here. There was a lady who went to go grab her purse, and a sharp stream of water cut off a lamppost, and it was about to fall on her, and All Might, in his weakened form, goes and rushes to save her, and Bakugo sees this, and he jumps in, he's like, bam, blasts the light post away. He looks at All Might, he's like, if you're going to commit suicide, don't do it here. So yeah, so that all happens. They pass. There's like a little bit of a dark scene, of like a dark as in shading, a dark scene where all the teachers are talking, and they're like, okay, yeah, Shinso's going to be in Class 1A now. Shinso's in the hero course. Shinso's in Class 1A. Principal Nezu, the little mouse dude, is like, just do the teaching. I'll do the paperwork. We'll figure. Or actually, I should do his voice. You do the teaching. I'll do the paperwork. We'll figure it out. So, anyways, President Mike and Aizawa are walking, or as I like to call them, Might Guy and Kakashi, because that's pretty much who they are in the anime. So they're walking, and President Mike's trying to get information out of Aizawa, and it's not really working. That doesn't really matter. So, end of the episode, everybody's pretty hopeful, and there's no dark foreshadowing, which I'm surprised, because they usually do dark foreshadowing at the end of a big episode, but they didn't do it this time. I was starting up the stream when the preview was going, so I didn't really get to see the preview. But here's my prediction for My Hero Academia. My prediction for My Hero Academia is, now that Deku has these new powers and stuff, what's going to happen is something big is going to happen. We're going to have some big villain. Dabi, I know, is still waiting in the shadows. He's trying to make bigger, stronger Nomus. And so there's a lot of stuff that could happen. Like, the future is wide open in My Hero Academia. And I know some of you have probably read the manga, so please don't spoil it for me or anyone else. But let the story unfold how it's going to for us. Anyways, that's my review of My Hero Academia episode 100. If you guys have anything you wanted to say about it, say so in the comments. I'm going to look at the chat again, because Trix has said some new stuff. Drake said, you're enjoying it. Glad to see you're into another show. Well, thank you. He said, oh, Eri was a MacGuffin. Eri was such a MacGuffin in the Shie Hakaisai arc. Oh, man. And honestly, she wasn't only a MacGuffin, she was like bait. Like she was somewhere between Bachelor Bait and Dr. Bait. And you know what's between Bachelor Bait and Dr. Bait. I won't say it on here, but you know what it is. But she was really good bait. Anyways, amazing bait. Odd how there are no other healing type heroes or villains other than Recovery Girl. That is true. Like, she's one of a kind, and honestly, she's probably really valuable, and UA is really lucky to have her. I mean, Eri is technically healing, but yeah. Who are the other characters that I like? So, like I said, All Might's my favorite character. I'd say my top 3 characters are All Might, Gentle Criminal, and Shinzo, and then following that it would be Bakugo, and then Midoriya. That's right. I'm putting Midoriya at number 5. Under that, I mean, I like Fat Gum. Fat Gum's pretty cool. I like Dabi. Dabi's pretty awesome. Chisaki was a good villain. I liked him. Just trying to think of more Class 1A people. Yaoyorozu's pretty good because she has World Create as her power, pretty much. And then, Todoroki, of course. Actually, let's put Todoroki at like number 6, because Todoroki pretty lit, literally. But yeah, that's about my top 10. If I had to pick a character that I really don't like, I'd probably put Invisible Girl there, just because she gets a couple moments to quite literally shine, but that's all she does. That's her power, is she like refracts the light and shines. Otherwise, you never see her. Like I know she's invisible, but like her screen time is like also invisible. Honestly, if I had to pick 5 characters that I don't really like from My Hero Academia, it would be Invisible Girl. It would be I don't really like Mineta. I don't like Froppy, which a lot of people are gonna hate me for. I don't really like Froppy. Mina Ashido, the acid girl, is pretty okay. I won't put her on the hit list. I don't like the girl from the League of Villains. I don't remember her name, but the one who can like throw blades and then she like licks them and then like the people are paralyzed or something like. Or no, that was Stain. Her and Stain's ability are so close. I think she like drinks their blood or something and she can turn into a clone of them. I didn't really like her, specifically because the first instance we see of her, she's being a naked clone of Cammy, which was kind of gross. And then like the other instances we see of her is like her just being obsessive over Deku, which I hate. I'm definitely a big Deku Uraraka ship. And yeah, I don't like her just because she likes Deku and because she drinks blood, and her power is just creep factor to a big 10. If I had to pick one more character that I don't really like, I didn't like the dude who had punching powers that we saw in Shieha Kaisai, the one that had to fight Fat Gum and Kirishima. His abilities just seemed way too basic. His backstory seemed really basic, although his backstory was effing brutal. In the boxing ring, and like he wants to win, and Chisaki's just like, disassemble you, reassemble you, disassemble you, reassemble you. That would be my personal hell, to have every molecule of my body disassembled and reassembled. Yeah, no. But the reason I don't really like him is because even after Fat Gum and Kirishima obviously, or even after Fat Gum beat him, Useless Shima kind of sat in the back. But anyways, after Fat Gum beat him, they were both like, hey, let's have a truce, let's heal up. And then Fat Gum's like, okay, we're done fighting, we're getting out of here. And he's like, no, like, I know we're friends, but I still want to beat your ass. And like Fat Gum's like, no, like, we done, like, we going get. That was so Kenan Thompson right there. But anyways, So yeah, Punching Dude from Shie Hakaisai, Mineta, Froppy, Invisible Girl, and what's her name? Uh, Needle Throwing Girl from League of Villains. Those are probably the biggest five that I don't like. I do like the League of Villains character called Double, and I specifically like him because he's so much like Deadpool. Like I feel like the author was like, I need a Deadpool in this anime, and he made Double, and I feel really bad for Double because he's mentally broken, and honestly, if you had to sit in a room and watch yourself die repeatedly in a fight with clones of yourself, you'd be sad too. And I could understand how you would not know if you were the original after a while, because it gets confusing. But I also get that he has the desire for everything in his world to be whole. He has to have his mask be whole, because if he's not whole, then he feels like he's not truly himself, which I really feel bad for Double. That's my biggest pity thing, is the harsh backstories. My heart goes out to Double so much. Trick said, I have read it and there really be no spoilers. Okay, well, that's good, because we don't want no spoilers in the house. We want the Lord. Sorry. That just came. Anyways, so thank you for the questions, Tricks. You really padded the runtime of this, but anyways, that was my review of My Hero Academia episode 100. I'll take more questions. As for right now, let's see. I gotta think up a what is it? I gotta think up I have it. A Japanese word to teach you guys this week. So today's Japanese word is going to be shini, which shini means death or die. That's where you get the words Shinigami, as god of death. Now you have to be very careful, because shini means death, but shin means true. That's where you get like the name, Tien's Japanese name Tenshinhan, and where you get Shin Megami Tensei, which Shin Megami Tensei, I believe, means true rabbit goddess. That's a reference to the story of Kaguya. And then Tenshinhan, I think his name literally translates to like strongest on earth or something like that, because I think he was like the strongest in the first martial arts tournament that Goku ever went into. But yeah, his name in Japanese is Tenshinhan, but then for the anime, and I don't know why, his name gets shortened to Tien. And I don't know if that was dubbing or whatever, but yeah, Tien. Trick says, my favorites are Endeavor, who has the best character development, and Stain in Chiharu second, Stain in third. Interesting. I do agree that Endeavor does have really good character development. I don't think he has the best character development. Honestly, I think the character who has the best character development gotta be Bakugo. He, like, his fighting, like, he's still got the anger inside him, but he knows now that anger doesn't solve every problem. And he realized within combat that you have to rely on other people. Sure, he's probably doing it because he sees them all as pawns, and he's like, I'm going to use you, But then on the flip side, he's also like, you use me. If you're well, no, he's doing more of a Vegeta thing. He's like, I'm going to help you because I'm so much better than you. Because he says it in the fight. He's like, if you're in trouble, don't even worry. I'm going to save you. But then if I'm in trouble on the flip-flop, you come and save me. Like, sure, he had to shove his pride to one side to do that and be like, I need to be saved sometimes. But he's using that to his advantage. And that's why I think he has good character development. Endeavor does have good character development. I think Todoroki has good character development, but I think his character development is slow, and that's mostly because of his history with his family. By the way, Trix, I love it that you know everything about like the past of My Hero Academia, so you can really understand what I'm talking about here. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. That's what I was talking about. Trix says, I won't spoil it, but you will see with Endeavor. Okay. I'm excited for that. Anyways, the word of the day, shini, means death. Shin means true. Okay, so Japanese has a little weird thing. So if you've watched any of Naruto, or at least the Pain parts, you know that Pain refers to himself as a god, Kami, and but what is it? Conan refers to himself as an angel or a Shikigami, and the difference between Shinigami and Shikigami is in Shikigami, sometimes in Japanese the letters have to be changed, because I don't know why Shinigami and Shikigami can't be interchangeable, but anyways, sometimes letters have to be changed and stuff like that to go along with the flow of what the sentence is trying to say. And when Conan calls herself a Shikigami, she says she's an angel, but Shikigami are also like little paper ghosts that you can put up on your house in Japan, and they're supposed to protect against spirits, evil spirits, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a little bit of looking back on that. But yeah, shini means death, and that's where you get Shinigami, like in Bleach, in Noragami, stuff like that. Oh, that's why I was talking about it, because Shinigami and Shikigami both have the letter change of the K to a G. So Kami means God. So Shinigami means God of death. You would think Shikigami would mean angel of death. Something along those lines. Or you would think that Shikigami would mean like God of angels or something like that. But in Japanese, the word kami, the first letter can be changed to a G, because sometimes you have to put other letters in front of it, like ni or ki, something like that. Pretty much if there's a vowel, and don't quote me on this, I have to ask my Japanese friend who's helping me learn Japanese. But anyways, I think the gist is when you put a vowel in front of a K in Japanese, the K has to be turned into a G. And that's just an etymology type thing. Sorry for rambling a bit here. I did not know that. Yet another thing I learned. Yes. Learning new things is great. All right, we are at the about 55-minute mark. I always like to end these after about an hour. So yeah, just a little bit of channel stuff. Check out my newest video, which is called "The Thunder Rolls: The State of Mind AMV," and that's very fun. It's a great one. I put a lot of heart and soul into it. This coming Tuesday, I will be releasing my My Hero Academia cipher, which I've been working on with my Discord friends for about 2 months now. We do a new cipher every 2 months, so you can keep track of that. As I said before, check out the AfroX Discord. That's called AfroX AMA. Ask me anything on there. Really want to start building a community on that, just so we can get people talking, get more people together, stuff like that. Anyways, that would be great. But yeah, I also wanted to ask if there's a different time that I could do live streams that would maybe pull more people in. Let me know. But yeah, and then also if you guys could give me specific ideas of what to do on TikTok, that would be great. I'm gonna start planning black descriptions of anime and manga. I think that could be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all that is going on this week. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys all go. Unspeakable pain sparks unbridled fury. Stand in glory and stay legendary. I will see all of you guys later. Try to stream when the sun is up? Okay. Thanks for telling me that, Trix.